got banned. Our Martin Luther King Jr. book got banned. Okay, you were there? You were from York?
Yep.
I appreciate it. So
Yep.
in York County, Pennsylvania, not that far from here, they put, and it wasn't just our books, they had 200 books that were considered good for teaching about race. Books by Malala. Remember the story about Hidden Figures, the adaptation of that they banned. A Sesame Street book about racism. If you're banning Big Bird and Ernie and Bert, you're doing it wrong, right? What they did was they said, we're going to make sure we read these books first before kids get them, which is a good idea. You should read the books first before we ever give books to kids. But what they did in the FAST one that the school board pulled is it took them a whole year and they still didn't read the books. Books you can read in 5 minutes, right? Whole year, they froze the list, and then at the end of the year, they still hadn't read it. So what became and started as a freeze becomes a ban. The teachers don't know if we can read it. Librarians don't know, can we use this, can we not? And I got word of that. I told it, and went on my Twitter, I went on Instagram, Facebook. I said, everyone, go buy every book on this list. Not just ours, buy every children's book that's here that's being banned. I got a call from Fox News, I got a call from CNN, I got a call from MSNBC, all of them saying, this is disgusting, I can't believe this has been done. When Fox News and CNN and MSNBC agree, right, you know you pushed too far, right? And it wasn't me, it was they picked on Rosa Parks and Dr. King, and despite all the way we hate each other as a culture right now, there are things as Americans we agree on. Look at the Ukraine situation, how Democrats and Republicans united, God, thank God for once, to say like, we see a harm. The one great thing in America is when we see someone being picked on, when we see that harm, we will not stand for it. And we have to remember that like Dr. King and Rosa Parks, when we see these book bans, we must take their lessons and fight back. You must fight back, right? So I can tell you how I fight back. Every time I see a book that's banned, Jerry Craft's New Kid, I never even knew what the book was. I bought a copy.
Yep.
Mouse, take another copy. Whatever it is that's being banned. And I look back through history, I wanted some perspective on it. I looked back to see what were the first books that were banned in America, we banned as a full nation. And historians agree that the first one is Harriet Beecher Stowe's Uncle Tom's Cabin. It's one of the first ones banned. And why did it get banned? Because slave owners did not want people talking about how slavery was bad. They didn't want anyone talking about those abolitionist ideas. They didn't want them indoctrinating our children with those bad ideas. What they were really worried about is their way of life changing. And every book ban is about one thing. It's about someone fearful that they're losing power, right? They're afraid they're going to lose power and they act out. But if you're cheering while books are being pulled off your library shelf, you're on the wrong side of history. You're on the wrong side of history. So that's where we are. And anyway, a long-winded answer to your question, but I do think a vital one. So you asked about Dakota, and I went on to a